Welcome back to training. Okay, so right now we got the RSI, Relative Strength Indicator. Now, the RSI is showing you where the candles are plotting on the chart. It's showing you an average of them two. If you need more clarification on what the actual meaning is, please revert back to semester 1. So right here, I'm going to show you how to use it on your chart for our method that we're learning right now. Okay, so what we have here is the 68 and the 63. This is the overbought zone because they bought too high, correct? It's the high, so they purchase too much. So when you purchase too much, you have to come back down. It's called a correction. They talk about this stock market all the time, okay? Down here we have the 32 and the 37. That means you sold, so you're in the oversold portion, okay? So that means too much has been sold. You got to start buying, okay? 68, 63 overbought, 37, 32 oversold. 50 is the middle line because the high is 100 and the low is 0, okay? So they never go out that range of the 0 and the 100. They stay in the middle. You want to make sure that it is either below the 50 or above the 50, just like we went over in the moving averages. Whenever it's above the 50, you want to buy. Whenever it's above the 50, below the 50, you want to sell. Same exact thing as the 50 and the 200 line. What a coincidence, correct? If you have not went over the moving averages video, please watch the moving average videos just to understand the basics of trading. Okay, this is a little bit more advanced now. So what you want to do here is you want to practice of watching what happens below the 50 and above the 50. So good moments to enter into buy let me just revert that back. Good moments to enter into a trade will be at the moment it crosses the 50. So this right here is a good moment to sell. And I want you just to go through the charts on this template. It's just called the RSI template. And I want you to mark entering and buying. Okay. So whenever it crosses the 50 and you see the direction I'm doing. So when it's going down, you don't want to write it on the line. You want to have it X. Okay. As it's going up, you see I go the opposite direction of the line. Okay. So that's what I want you to practice on doing because I want you to get used to seeing just the RSI. Whenever it goes up, that means you want to buy. Whenever it goes down, that means you want to sell. And I want you to go through the charts and mark this up. But I want you to pay attention to the overbought and oversold zones. Okay, so after you finish marking the charts of a couple of these, and I say as far back as you possibly can, just go through them. And you see there's no candles up here, and I did that on purpose because I don't want you looking at any candles. So don't look at any candles. I just want you to go through here and mark it up. You probably say, man, I don't know if this is working or not. I'm going to show you how it's working in just a second. So just go through here, mark it up, try to make it as detailed possible because we want the muscle repetition. I want you to be able to see it without even having to think about it. And this is how you're going to do it. It's by marking it. And you're probably thinking, Joe, how is this helping me learn Forex? If any of y'all seen The Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. Go through the training because you're going to need it. This is what's going to help you see this, visualize it, and make you a better trader. So just go as far back as you possibly can. I took off the candles on purpose because when you come back to the candles, this is going to make so much sense. But after you have marked a few of these real quick, then I want you to do, and I think I need to zoom out. Yes, I want you to mark the extremes when the candles are in the extremes. Whoop, that is not a circle, correct? So let's delete that. So just mark the extreme areas, because these right here are showing an indication of a potential reversal. Potential reversal. So that's why it's very important to make sure you pay attention when the RSI is in the extreme values. Okay? So mark these when they jump out over here. If they're in the middle like this, it's okay. But when they're extremes like this, you need to make sure you mark them so that way you know that you need to look at that to make sure. Okay? So just keep going through all that, and we will go over some more in just a second. But right now, just get used to marking it. Okay? You're probably saying, I don't got time to do all that. I'm just going to jump to the next video. Don't jump to the next video right now. These next few videos, go in order, because we want you to understand the basics of it. And then when you understand the basics of it, you'll be able to understand the overall view of everything. Okay, so for now, all you're doing is just marking on your charts. An easy section. All you're doing is just marking. Okay, it's just like kindergarten class, learning to color in between the lines. So that's all you're learning to do right now is color in between the lines. And most of y'all probably saying, I'm not an in between the line training colorer. I like to color outside the lines. I like to think outside the box. I know you like to think outside the box, but right now you got to understand what the colors mean in the first place, knowing how the colors work to understand where you're going to color. And then another thing, you need to understand where the box is at. If you don't know where the box is at, how are you going to step outside the box? Okay, so go through the training. Go through the training. It's really easy training, but just go through it because it's going to help you understand everything overall. All right, so mark all the extreme areas and mark where the RSI crosses the stationary 50. This right here is a stationary 50 because it is not moving. It is stationary. It's the dotted line. Okay, so mark where the RSI is crossing the stationary 50. All right, that's it we got for this training. Let's go on to the next.